wish there was an alternative to this shit for them. Instead of that fact of like, yo, we know y'all are gonna lose. Like, I just wish there was like,
It's the righteous
something else.
Yeah. You're tuning in to Minds Wide Open. Hey, yo, check it out. This is mainstream, never mainstream. You're tuning in to Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You're now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.
And welcome back, everybody. This is the Florida Vibe Directory. On today's episode, we got Ivan L. Rhymeswell up in the building.
I'm back.
What's good, brother? Yo,
what's going on, man?
It is great to see you back in the studio here
Glad
to do a
be back
podcast.
as well, bro. Like, I can't remember how long ago it was, but it feels like it's probably been like 4 or 5 albums ago. You know what I mean? Knowing me, so
we're gonna use albums by like a time measurement. It's a good amount of time.
So it's been a little minute, man. I'm glad to be back here. I'm glad y'all having me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, man. And from what I hear, you got a little new project cooking up. Released.
I just leaked it on SoundCloud today, but it's dropping officially on Monday, the 28th of February, and it's called Your Girlfriend's Secret Playlist Part 4.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Sick,
it's
man.
The 4th installment. So yeah.
I love that. That. So how long you been working on this?
Damn, that's a good question. I guess a month and a half. Which to most people is like, what? That's not that long, but that's just how I work. So yeah, I kind of just got in this groove with writing, like where I was writing certain types of records, and I was like, yo, let's stay with this. Like, let's stay with this vibe. And then I didn't even realize until like I already uploaded the tape for release. But apparently I do this every 2 years, because the last time I did Your Girlfriend's Secret Playlist Part 3 was literally 2 years ago in February.
Wow.
And then 2 years before that was like March 1st, 2 years, which was 2018. So it was like 2022, 2020, 2018, I dropped these. So I guess it's just a 2-year thing. Every 2 years I get
sticking it with the twos,
Yeah,
and this is a good time to do that. It's we had our first 2222 not too long ago, right?
Yeah, right. I was thinking about that date, but then Kanye came through and crushed the building. So I was like,
he started lighting shit on fire in arenas.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I can't compete with that. But waited. I thought it was gonna be on like Spotify and all that, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna wait till the 28th. Let y'all vibe to Donda 2, and then I'm gonna come through. But I guess you gotta get the stem player for that.
Yeah. True that. True that. Okay. So tell me, how'd you come up with the name for this project? 'Cause I love it, bro.
It's something I thought of a while ago when I did the original, and the original is something you can still find on SoundCloud, and it was it just turned out to be like a bunch of songs that I kind of made geared towards the women, towards my female audience, and so I just took like songs from several different projects and kind of like put them on one playlist. That's why it was called a playlist. And I just believe in like catchy titles that like will catch a person.
Okay.
And I don't know, it kind of just came to me out of nowhere. I was like, Your Girlfriend's Secret Playlist, because it's like, like since it's all songs for females, it's like a dude wouldn't want their girl to like, who you listening to this dude? Like, so I just thought of like how I'd react if like I found my girl listening to some local dude. It's like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, it's Your Girlfriend's Secret Playlist.
I love that, yo. That is genius. That is hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah, I just went off that, and yeah, I just like that vibe so much. I just kept making more of them throughout the years, every 2 years apparently.
Nice. Well, the title is fitting for this newest project. I will say that.
You,
I think you really came out swinging with the different styles in the sound. It's not just like heavy rap bars. You're just you're really mixing in these like melodic flows with some heavy bass.
Thank you.
Like that first song, bro. that first song. What is the name of that first song?
So it's YGSP4 intro. The intro.
Yes,
basically.
The intro.
Yeah, man. Like. And I got to give a big shout out to my dog, Talented. I've been working with him for over 10 years as far as like getting beats from him.
Nice.
He's a dude from Toronto. And so I just happened to check him out. Like, let me see what Ted's got going on. Let me hear some of his beats. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, this is insane. Like, I didn't even know what I was going to say to it yet. But with me, and I don't know if other rappers who are watching or listening, can relate, but sometimes you just hear a beat and you just know, like, I'm gonna fuck this shit up. So as soon as I heard it, I was like, I have to have this beat.
All right.
It just went from there, and that's why I didn't even have no hook. I was like, I don't need no hook on this. I'm just going off, and I loved it because at the time I didn't have any like all the records I had for me. I felt like was like, oh, some of these records are really dope, but I was like, this is a really soft record, you know. So I was like, this is great because it adds a little more of like the IV that some people might be more accustomed to.
Word.
So I was like, all right, let me give you like them bars and like, you know, some of the aggressive content, but then I'm gonna ease you into like some of these other vibes too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and I really like how it starts off because it feels like you're coming out swinging.
yeah,
You know, like you hear this bass, it's just boom, like it's heavy, bro. I was like, oh, fuck, let me put my windows down and turn this fucking speakers up real quick.
Appreciate that, dog.
You know?
And yeah, man, Montel Jordan, the sample, like, you know, who don't love that song? Like, you know, we all grew up on that, so it just worked out.
That's sick. That's sick.
A lot of notable fire samples in that.
Yeah.
True that, man.
Every other song, I was like, oh shit, no way.
Yeah, appreciate
I've never heard that since.
One thing I noticed here is the cover of Nobody. Is it because you released it as a single?
Yeah, I released it as a single, so that's why it's
a little different.
Got its own, yeah.
Gotcha. How did Nobody come together?
Well, man, so Nobody I actually was sitting on for a few months.
Okay.
So I could have like put that out a while ago, but yeah, I just knew like I was like, this song's special, and it needs to be like the whole tape needs to reflect this kind of vibe if I'm gonna put this song out. So that's why like I held it. I did it originally on my own, and then I just knew like for the second verse I was like, I want Whitney on this, like because we've done me and her have done. At this point, I think we've done like 4 or 5 records, and we just got a chemistry on joints. Like when me and her connect on a record, it just like works because like she writes all her shit. Like I'm not writing her stuff or anything like that. Like she comes through and she kills it on her part. So I just like I knew off bat like she was the only person I wanted on this record. So I sent it to her and she loved it. Sent it back with her vocals on it, and that was that. And I held that for like a month because I wanted to finish the album first before I like released the single. But I always knew like that was going to be the single, and I want to do a video to it. So don't be surprised if we shoot a video.
Okay.
I just got to work with her schedule because she works a lot. Like she's doing her thing.
She's hustling.
Yeah, she's hustling. She does a lot of like features for people and stuff like that. So I got to figure out when she's free, when I'm free, and then we can both figure out this video shoot. But I definitely want to shoot a video to it because I love the record. Like, it meant a lot to me. I was like, yo, this record is like really, really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn, but
yeah, no, man.
You know?
When you know, you know.
Yeah,
you know, that's one of those things. Like
that
you got that intuition with your music.
Appreciate that. Yeah,
this is hot.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt with that one. That one was one of those.
All right. And for the video, you got any ideas?
Well, yeah, because I mentioned this this restaurant that I eat at called Lucky Fish, and I take my girl there a lot. And I don't know which one of us found it, if she found it or if I found it, but whichever works.
Yeah.
But we eat there a lot, and I just like it because it's right on Pompano Beach. You literally can sit down and you're looking at the waves and the water and the people on the sand while you eat. And I love that vibe. So I was like, yo, this is like a great spot. And since I mentioned them on the record, I want to kind of like shoot it there and see if they'd be down. So
yeah,
I'm gonna hit them up on the socials and see if they'll fuck with it.
You should do it, man. Completely.
Yeah. And I feel like it's just a great atmosphere for that like type of video. So we'll see.
All right. You never know, actually, like who will say yes.
Yeah.
Underrated business move.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I strongly am one of those people that believes in just ask, because the worst that's gonna happen is they'll say no. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You said no. All right.
Yeah.
You'll regret that later.
It's funny that you mentioned this because I remember interviewing this Franchise the Rapper, the guy we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
He filmed a video in a restaurant too, and he was like, "Yo, this is the spot that we always go to." So he literally just walked in every day until somebody said yes.
Word.
Until he got introduced to the person that said yes, and then he filmed a video there.
Why not? Because I figure it's good promotion for the spot too. Like I'm mentioning them right now, Lucky Fish in Pompano. If you haven't eaten there, go eat there. It's a great spot.
Catch your waves,
good
man.
Food, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, why not? It'll be further promotion for them. I think it's a great record. Why not? You know
I love that. When it comes to the artwork that you got for this album cover,
word.
How did you come up for this?
All right, so glad that you have it on the screen. So basically, For the other 3 versions of Your Girlfriend's Secret Playlist, I kind of just found this artist that always had this group of girls in different different situations.
Right.
And I always would work with that and kind of manipulate it and and make an album cover out of it. But this time I kind of wanted to do something a little different, but keep with the theme. So I'm big on Tumblr. I don't know if you guys are Tumblr users as well.
Back in the day, man, I was on Tumblr.
I still use
all
Tumblr to this day, man. It's actually my favorite form of social media.
Well, I gotta ask, what's the Tumblr scene these days? Because
a lot of porn. And
I thought they got rid of that. I thought that was what killed it.
I mean, they lessened it, but you can't get rid of porn. Like porn is, you know what I'm saying? Like
porn is immortal.
You know what I'm saying? Porn is immortal. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of porn, but then a lot of dope ass artwork, just dope, really niche shit. And that's why I like Tumblr, because it's super it's anonymous but super niche. It's just super on the edge of what's cool and what's hot.
That's cool.
At least to me.
Yeah.
So these are pictures that I've kind of collected throughout years of being a Tumblr user, and then I just put myself in the middle, and I did the whole cover myself, so I manipulated it, switched up colorways, and
I wouldn't have guessed, man. It's fire.
It is fire, bro.
I genuinely
it's fire.
was complimenting it to Adrian earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, man. I do. I don't remember the last album cover I didn't do, so I've been doing them for a while now. But yeah, I just kind of took that. I wanted to put myself in the center and just have girls in different situations. Got a couple of them.
I love that. Yo, you mentioned having songs for the girls, for the ladies, right? How do you know which song, is oh, this is going to be for the females out there?
For me, it's one or two things. It's the beat can take me in that direction a lot of the times, or it just could be that feeling I get from the record. And a lot of these records, I just got those feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because, I've written so many songs now that it's not every song that I write is about a real situation or a real girl, but it's but you got to take situations from life or just feelings you get, or even watching a movie, I'll gain an emotion from it. Wow, they had this kind of love story happening. Let me write a song about this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just random.
Okay, yeah.
It's really random, bro. It's just being a writer of a story or a script. You know what I'm saying? It just comes to me and I just go with it. You know what I mean?
I love that. I think that's so important. Just being in tune with yourself. I think that really, shows you what direction you want to take your music or where it belongs.
And I think it takes experience too. I feel at this stage of my life, I've been in tons of different relationships. So it's the good from the bad, and you can write about those different situations. And now I can write about it from a more mature angle where it's all right, that went bad, but let me write this really cool song about it, instead of making it really direct, Barbara, I hate you for breaking my heart.
Fuck
you know what I'm saying?
Instead
it's I'm gonna write this dope record. You know what I mean?
I gotta interject with a question off that, because that's actually a really interesting topic. Have you ever done any subliminal direct song
about girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot, and I feel bad now because I used to be on this one ex girl I was on her head top for and now looking back, because I'm so beyond that, I'm man, I was really emotionally scarred, and I was on your head top for so long. So that's why it's just and even then, I had broke up with my girl for a little bit. I was on her head top for half a year, 2020. You know what I'm saying? It just happens, fucking. But I mean.
But that just shows that you really actually.
You got to get it out.
It's real inspiration.
Yeah, and I feel any girl, if you date a rapper, be prepared. They gonna be on your head top if shit goes left.
They're a real artist.
But now I feel now that I'm in a healthy relationship and everything's cool, I feel I can still write from any direction now, because it's just taking it from all the experiences. But now it's you're taking from the experience without the bitterness. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just I can just write this cool record and it's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you already understand the feeling and then what you're trying to convey.
So it takes time. It's just part of songwriting. It's gonna take some years before you are sharp enough to just write anything.
Right. So that comes with just personal growth.
Yeah.
And that'll just lead into your music naturally.
But yeah, before. So I'd like to apologize to all of you for that.
About to come out with like an Akon song or something. You can put the blame on me.
Yeah, man.
Word. So, I was looking at this tape and I realized that the way you worded or like had the titles, was there a particular meaning before it? Because I see like you got like F dash, like you put some. It doesn't. What
do you mean?
Like for example, here you got whole F Kira.
Oh, that's featuring.
Oh,
that's
featuring. Okay, I was like,
yeah, it's just a shorthand. My bad.
Gotcha.
I've been releasing so long that I'm like, everybody knows that, but I guess
guy runs a music podcast over here. You think
it's all me. It's all me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people put FT dot or they'll put feat like FEAT, but yeah, it's just featuring. And speaking of Kira, she's amazing. This is an artist I actually met through Instagram.
Word. Wow.
And I'm not sure who's the mutual, or maybe she found me, or however it went. We met via IG. I ended up checking out one of her songs. It's called Reminisce. You can find it on Spotify. And her name is Kira, Kira. And I love that song, man. She's like hella dope. I like her voice. She has like kind of like that 90s feel to her, just her sound. You know what I'm saying? And I spent a lot of time listening to that record. Like at one point I was listening to it like once a day. So I liked it so much. I had an opening on the song Hole. Oddly enough, Hole. I had a hole on Hole, and I needed someone on it. And it just hit me one day like, let me ask Kira. Like, we haven't done a record before, you know what I'm saying? Why not? So I asked her, and I was like, yo, can you get me this record? Like, but if you do it, you got to give it back to me in like 10 days.
Damn, that's fast.
That's how I be sometimes, which a lot of artists will tell you, like, yeah, IV will hit you like randomly and be like, yo, I need the record back in 10 days.
I don't think 10 is that crazy, though.
For me, as much as I record, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
If somebody hits me like, I need this record in 3 days, that's spicy.
Yeah.
10 days
Coming
is
in hot.
reasonable. Yeah,
Over a week seems reasonable.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, I need this back in 10 days. She got it back to me. It was fire. I actually fucked up where I let the WeTransfer link lapse before so I was like, yo, can you resend it? She resent it the day before I had to go to the studio. And it worked out, man. Shout out to my engineer, Nick, from Palm Beach Records. He made that thing sound amazing. And she did her thing. So salute to her.
That's wonderful, man. And it just goes to show you, like, you never know who you're going to meet someone, like where you're going to meet someone that can, like, put in that work to make shit happen.
Facts. And, like, for anybody listening, if we haven't worked before, I'm definitely one of those people, like, send me a link to your music. I'm going to vibe to it. If I'm really a fan like that, I'll reach out to you and get you on something because, I mean, I'm releasing, like, all the time. So sometimes, like, if you listen to my shit, you'll know, like, all right, he has his people that, like, he loves doing records with because, like, my boy Brizzle over here, like, we have a million records together. But then sometimes I get bored and I'm like, yo, I want to do something new with somebody I haven't done a record with before, which is why Kira worked out so great. So I'm always down to do something new with somebody as long as your shit's dope.
Nice.
So send it to me and I'll get back if it's good. If I don't, I'm sorry.
It bees like that sometimes,
Yeah. Absolutely.
When it comes to this project, is there anyone else you really enjoyed making a song with?
Let me see. Well, besides Kira, you know what? Yeah, my cousin, Willis, and maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe he wants that to be an industry secret. But Willis. That was a great time doing the record with him, just because like he's at the start of this thing as far as rapping, and I'm a vet. So it was just cool to like, yo, like I had the record and I was like, yo, I'm gonna get you on. Like, I let him hear it in the car. Like, yo, what you think? I rapped it for him or whatever. And he was like, oh, that's dope. And I was like, you think you can write a good 16 for it? He was like, yeah, I'll fuck with it. So we ended up doing the record. And yeah, it's just cool that we got to do a song together, man, because it's like, grew up together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. Like, I'm older than him, so I got to see him grow up, but it's like cool. Like, all right, you want to rap? Like, all right, let's see. I'm gonna give you the ball. Let's see what you do with it. You know what I'm saying? So
I love that.
So it was cool. It was definitely cool to do a record.
I feel like that's a very memorable thing to have. Like when you go to have these experiences with your cousin,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden you're able to make a like put them in your project. That's like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah. It was like, wow, this shit came full circle. You know
yeah,
what I
we were
mean?
outside playing in the street, being ridiculous, and now we're making tracks together.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I felt. So that was a lot of fun just to be able to collaborate with him and see how he attacked the record in his own way.
I love that.
And then and then another good one was being able to do a track with my dog Rico. He's on the last track, AOK. That was a lot of fun because me and Rico, we go back as far as how long have I known him? Middle school. Well, no, not middle school. Freshmen in high school. We were in band together.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we were in the band, and it's crazy because we were rebellious. So after we had this really good band teacher, and he left after like 6th grade. So 7th grade comes around, and he's not the band director anymore. So we're like, fuck band. So now we're in band class, but we're not playing the instruments. We're like the bad kids in the back who are just there, but we refuse to play.
Yeah.
So instead, what we would do every day is we this is how far back I'm aging myself. He'd bring a Walkman to school, right?
Oh, bro, those
so
are the
we'd
days.
all bring like different CDs of like what we thought was hot, you know what I'm saying?
Hell
so like
yeah.
I remember just, listening to Eminem, Puff Daddy's record when he just turned into P. Diddy. You remember that? There was a couple we would listen to Shine, Fabulous, Jadakiss, all that stuff. So like we'll just be like just being hip hop students together back then, and then yeah, just as time went on, we ended up rapping together, not rapping together, and it coming back, and yeah, it was just cool to get him on this record, man, because we've been doing this for so long, and yeah, just watching each other evolve.
Hell yeah,
been really
man!
Cool.
And
then for us to be able to touch on a religious topic at the same time was awesome too.
That is incredible, and I feel like that it makes you bond more. It's like almost an emotional topic.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Well, yo, I actually want to hear more from Brizzle over here. So we're gonna actually take a quick intermission, and we will be right back. And we're gonna get Brizzle up in this conversation
for sure.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back from our intermission. So we got Brizzle up in the building now, here on the fucking mic.
Let's go.
And let's go ahead and get him a mic set up here, actually, because he's not on the mic yet. Yeah, but he will be on the mic. He will be on the mic.
We'll get you on the mic.
Bam, bam, boom. All right, so what I'd like to do is start off with a little segment that we usually have here. They're called the not so rapid fire questions. So feel free to answer as you see fit. All right. So, what's the most reckless thing you have done as a teenager?
Brizzle, I'll let you answer that.
The most reckless?
Yeah. Let's just talk. It could be.
It's certain shit I'm taking to the grave.
Yeah, I was like, what am I willing to talk about publicly? Because shit.
I mean, I guess this one everybody had done at some point. Skip school to get some cutty.
Yeah.
Made that happen. Okay.
Oh, I got one. Damn, that was wild. Okay, speaking of skipping school. So we skipped school. That wasn't the wildest part, though. So I used to skip school a lot. Me and my dog, Manny, shout out to Manny. And I had this homie who would see us skip school all the time, so he wanted to skip school too that day. So we're like, all right, fuck it, we out, you know? So he's like, yeah, you know, my grandpa, he leaves his car at the house. I can get the keys, da, da, da. So like, but he's like, he doesn't drive. Like my little homie doesn't drive yet. So all right, we're cool. Manny drives, so no problem. So we go ahead and we take the car. We skip school. We go to his house. We take the truck. We're riding around all over town with it. Nobody got a license either. Like we riding around. All right, it's time to go home now. I got to get back to school in time for my stepdad to pick me up. So I got to like kind of get dropped off right around the bell time so I could just walk up like I was at school all day.
Word.
So we like, yeah, I got like, sorry, but we got to go back to school. He's like, how am I going to get home? We're like, bro, it's all good, bro. Driving is like easy, bro. Just you live down the block from home. You'll figure it out. So we let him drive. Like that was his first time ever driving. He had to drive from the school back to his house. And he had never driven before in his life.
Holy shit. That's reckless.
It was savage.
Nah, matter of fact,
but he got home.
I just thought of one.
Okay.
He got home.
Okay.
But we was some fuck niggas for that.
What you got, Brizzle?
All right, this is like 11th grade. This is like, what, March, April or whatever, right? Now, I was on the varsity football team, but some of the homies was like, hey, bro, we gonna, we about to dish. We gonna go to the beach and get high and drink. I was like, all right, bet, fuck it. Like, we ain't in football season right now, so it was like, shit. So we chilling and shit, right? Then we realized it was like, yo, school about to let out. Hey, drop me back off. So I get dropped back off. I seen one of my homies on the squad. They was like, hey, you know, coach was looking for you, right? I was like, hey, you gonna have to catch me when you catch me. Yeah. At that point, I was like, fuck, I'm here every fucking day. Let me.
Just want a little break.
Yeah, but you know, that's the mind of a 16-year-old back then. So it was like, yeah.
Just skipping it and then being like, fuck, I'm going to just make a break here for it. Like, take the risk.
Yeah, like, I mean, luckily, my moms ain't found out about that one, but.
Yeah, that's the craziest part. My mom still to this day doesn't know I skipped school as much as I did back then, but I was like a connoisseur of like skipping school. Like,
hope you're not watching, Mom.
Yeah, hope you're not watching.
Surprise.
Sorry, Mama.
We're out here to disappoint mothers. What's up? Solid, man. These are good ones. These are good ones. So on that, what's your most fond childhood memory?
I'll let you go.
Man, fond. I'm trying to think of a good one. Damn, it's sad because that's tough.
It's tough.
That's fucked up.
You think about it.
Yeah,
I
I
say
gotta
grab
think.
bash for me.
Grab bash?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Like, where did you go for grab bash?
We was at Universal.
Yeah.
Because, usually they'll have, like, every year it'd be like grad night, Disney, then the next year grad bash, Universal.
Yep.
It's just with our graduation year, shout out to class of 09, Stranahan High, what's up? But with our year, we had grad bash. When I tell you, we had that shit turned up. Yo, like we literally had like different schools from like different cities and states just throwing up Lauderdale just
converting them out there. Huh?
What? And you know on City, you know how City Walk is, right? We had the whole strip shut.
That's wild.
Like we was like spot hopping when we got to that last one at the end. That was it.
Damn. Okay.
I would say my most what was the question?
Fun childhood memory. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, it's not necessarily childhood, but I really loved like just discovering my love for hip hop back then. Like as far as like starting to perform at like school, like we would do all the talent shows. Me and my dog Khan, and yeah, that was just a blast of like finding out like like I could rap, like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And two other people like recognizing like, yo, you can rap, like your shit's dope. Yeah. So that was like a cool moment back then for me. Is just like learning that like I had this skill. Like I was always like playing around with it and like writing these little things, but like I didn't realize like, yo, like other people would think it's good until like that moment, you know what I'm saying? Performing like live, because you know high school crowds is like savage.
Oh, yeah, like,
yo, they will tell you, bro.
Yeah, so
sure, ass. You know, you're like, yo, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna hear the end of it, so you know, like it had to be good.
Yeah, that's how I was in ninth grade. Cause like, it's like I grew up in New York. Like I was born and grew up in New York, so it's like rap always been there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like you listening to like a little bit of everything from all over and shit. Cause you know, like back in the '90s, like early '90s, late '90s, that's where everybody trying to get put on that in New York.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, it's like the love for music always been there, but it wasn't until like, I say when 50 came out with Get Rich or Die Trying, that made me actually want to like start writing.
That's nice.
That was the same for me. It was a mix of 50 and then Kanye the following year. Kanye was a good influence for me because it was like, because with 50, it made me want to rap, right? But then I was like, damn, I don't have 9 bullet holes in me. So, like, what's my angle? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's your image here? What are you going to promote? What I'm saying?
So, then the following year, you get Kanye, and it's like, oh, shit, like, this could work. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could just be you. Like, all right.
Or you can make it sexy.
Yeah.
That's one thing I learned, too. I remember being in elementary school and hearing Lovers and Friends. Bro, that shit blew my mind, bro. It was like, wait a minute, you can put hip hop and R&B together?
Yeah.
Oh,
facts,
fuck,
facts.
bro.
When Lil Jon was like, up in the bathtub,
rubbing dubbing.
I'm in 8th grade. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Let me write this note real quick. Pass on to shorty the next period.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
That's great, man. That's great. You're speaking truth, man. When you heard those tracks, they're very inspiring. They just trigger something in you. You know, a deep love all of a sudden grows.
Absolutely.
For your music.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. It was 2 albums that did it for me around that time. It was Get Rich and Die Trying and The Last Meal from Snoop.
Oh, Last
Meal was
a really good record, too, yeah.
What? Yo, my favorite song, my favorite track off that album is I don't know if a lot of people really know this one, but it's one he did called "Leave Me Alone." It's like he kind of like on his Frank Sinatra shit, but he keeping it G-funk.
Interesting. Yo, that's a whole different vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I kind of like base my well, like now currently that's how I kind of like base like my musical taste on, like as far as like me approaching the track. It's like now I'm on some funk type shit.
I like that. And are you guys planning on releasing a track together soon? I know it's definitely a rhetorical question.
Yeah, we got it. So you know, I don't know if you do know, but we have 2 EPs together. One's called
How to Be a
Player.
Second
other one's Players of the Year.
Okay.
So this next one that we're gonna do this year is called Head Coaches. So we're keeping with the theme of play.
Yeah.
And originally we were gonna drop it in March, but I think probably April now.
Okay.
But yeah, it's already recorded. Like we already got the first single ready to go.
We done as far.
All we gotta do is shoot some vids. Yeah. And nice. It's called Head Coaches, and it's fire. It's
and do you feel like your styles like interact with each other really well, or is it like when you're trying to try something new, like how do you fit that in there?
Bro, we've been rapping together so long, dog. It's just come off natural. It's like, it's like, all right, for example, it's like we let a beat play, right?
Yeah.
And it's like if I already got like a tempo or idea of it, I'll come to him and be like, all right, what you thinking, fool?
And then
That'd
I'll
vice
go
versa.
off. Exactly. And what I love about working with this guy is like he's one of the few people. The only other person I feel this way about, as far as like when we write together, would be Whitney Sinai. Like when I write with Brezel, sometimes we don't have to discuss the topic of the song.
Word.
But the beat is playing. We both write in the verse, and our verses correlate regardless.
Nice.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of telepathic in that way. So it's like, it's so easy to make records with this dude because we usually on the same page on the record no matter what. So it just comes out golden, and we just feed off each other.
Yeah, because tell the truth, I first met this motherfucker, this was what, 2010?
Yeah.
Like, we was doing Raunchy Wednesdays at Area 7.
Yeah, Area 7 days.
Yeah, because I was already in a little crew or whatever, right? But some were more serious than others, so it's like, it looked like I was like the forefront.
Yeah.
But I was just pretty much like a team player. It was just like, I do my part or whatever, but, you know, shit ain't work out, man.
Then you guys met?
Yeah, but
I
it's
seen him
like
on stage, and I just thought he was the one. He was in a group, like he's saying, but he was the one that was standing out to like me and the homies. Like we were watching him perform, and we're like, "Yo, who the hell is this big dude? Like he's spitting up there." So from there, it was just like, "Yo," like we just started, vibing a little more and learning more about him and just connecting. Because with me, I feel like I got to be able to vibe with the artist first. But
Right.
Like, if we're going to work like this close, as far as like I'm actually be in a room with you and we're going to be kicking it and recording, like I have to actually get along with you. Because like,
right.
I don't know, like, you know, not that I'm hard to get along with, but I just got it. The vibes got to be right.
Don't listen to him. He don't like nobody.
So yeah, it just worked out where it's like, yo, we just gelled and connected just beyond music on a friendship level. It was cool as fuck. And then from there, it was just like the music just worked out real well. So this is why he's, out of everyone that I collab with, he's one of the people that I make music with the most.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Out of them all, because we just, you know, we vibe that closely. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So when it comes to making like a project together, do you guys typically have other features involved?
It depends.
I mean, so far we're on a string where we always have XX Tina on each of the. We've had her on the last two, and then she's on the third as well.
But I mean, she gang at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's tradition now at this point, since she's gonna be on all three, where she has to be on each of our tapes that we do together.
Word.
Which is only right. And then who else has been on the other ones? I think that's it. I think it's just been Tina.
Rhymester.
Oh, Rhymester was on one of them. Yeah,
was on Space Funk on the first
on Space Funk on the first one. Yeah, so shout out to Rhymester in Chicago. So yeah, sometimes we do collaborate with people. Mostly Tina though. Like she's like our she the homie, man. Like the three of us for some reason we like, which is it's an odd grouping. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we make good music together, the three of us. So shout out to her, man.
If it works, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's like when we in the studio together, we don't really got like no set ideal like of a project, or that we just record until we figure out like, damn, we got this, man.
We got like, oh shit, it's a little tape. And shout out to Ghost, the Young Sage, and ACA together. They make Face Ghost, a production duo. Shout out to them, man, because we're actually heading there after this. And like they just like we show up there and they just jam. Like they start making beats live, and we start creating live. So like a lot of the times, like the beat gets made right in front of me, and then that's when I create the song. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucking amazing.
Like, for instance, for this project, Hole was made right in front of me, and I just made the record there. Same for Riding Round.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Wow.
Or made it on spot. They made the beat on spot. I made the record on spot. You know, after we get, like, the featured artist to, like, jump on it. But, yeah, those were just made, like, right then and there.
That reminds me of Kenny Beats in The Cave. I don't know if you guys ever seen that, but he's like a really talented producer, and he'll just fucking start hitting up like a couple sounds. Everyone, like, you got rappers and different artists in there, just start jamming. And you're like, you know what? Just hop in the booth, just fucking fuck it up.
I love that. I love that vibe. Like, you know, and I was never that guy. I used to really love the other end, which is showing up very prepared and having my shit already pre-written, which I still do when I go to Palm Beach Records. But when I go to Face Ghost, I already know, like, I don't come with nothing prepared. Unless I'm doing a feature for someone for that particular day, other than that, like I just come bare and they just make shit and we just create right then and there.
Wow.
And I feel like with them, that's the best way because it comes out organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned working with like a few different producers. You know, who's your go-to?
So my go-to right now would be Face Ghost because I record with them the most. So it's like
I can name the rest.
Yeah, he can probably name the rest, but Face Ghost for sure because like I'm literally recording with those guys like every week. Like
Word.
I make a point to record 2 or 3 new records every week, and then sometimes I'll take a week off after 6 consecutive weeks. I'll probably take a week off or whatever. Then Talented is Chemist. Chemist, Ron Supreme,
Rick and
Thaddeus. Shout out to the guys in Chicago, Hayward, Keem singing. Rhymesters made me a beat before, so I love those guys because they all like are artists, but they be making beats too. So I'll be hopping on their shit.
And
when
before
I'm
I
out there.
forget, I gotta shout out Hunger Force Beats.
Hunger Force, yeah.
Cause with him, he got like this Battle Cat type feel to him.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of that, Trunks for me.
Yeah,
Because I know you're more of a Hunger Force, I'm more of a Trunks, and both those guys like make that West Coast feel. So whenever I'm like in that bag, most likely it's gonna be their beats. Yeah.
So do you guys go to your producers depending on the vibe you're going for, or do you just
sometimes I'm like I pick and choose? Like for instance, like my guy Ted. Like I said, I've been working with him for like a decade now, but like he has like a YouTube where he puts up his beats and stuff. So sometimes like it depends on what I'm like what sounds I'm going for because he has a particular sound. So sometimes it's like, all right, I'm going through a little groove, but I'm like, you know what? Let me see what Ted's got. So sometimes it's like, sometimes he'll send me shit, but sometimes I'll just go to his page and listen and be like, yo, and then I'll hit him and I want this one, and that one. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. It depends on me. It's really about me because like at this point, I know each producer's sound.
Gotcha.
So it depends on what vibe I'm in.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then you just kind of go from there.
Exactly.
I like that. I think that's a really good way to approach it, especially when you think about how you want to arrange your music, right? Like you just want to have like some selection there, keep a steady vibe, so then you go with the right producer for that vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because everybody kind of like these guys now, everybody's kind of got their own sounds kind of like carved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on what I'm on at that point.
I like that. And Brizzle, do you release like solo projects?
Yeah, it's just with me. It's just I got life going on, so I ain't.
True that.
It's like I ain't recording and dropping as much as I want to. I'll backtrack because last year I did take a break just to learn like the back end business of this music shit.
Right.
Cause it's like it's people that we've been rocking with for like a long time, right? And that's pretty much like family, so pretty family to me, family to him.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And it's like, I'm gonna just say that it's like certain shit that you gotta find out on your own, cause ain't nobody gonna really give you the game for real.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I pretty much did. It's like I seeked out the knowledge for myself, brought it to him, and that's really where the head coaches thing came from. Cause it's like instead of running the plays, I'm out here trying to figure shit out and make the plays on our own. You feel me?
Exactly.
I see.
Exactly.
That's where it really comes in like a team.
Yeah.
You know?
But I am gearing up to drop like a 4 or 5 track EP called 104 Funk Theory, and the name behind that is cause like back in like what 2011 I did a take called Snap Session 101. It's pretty much like just me going off of industry beats, just snapping. Then with the second one, I turned that one into like a 9-track album. I called it 102 Come Up, which pretty much is like more like original beats and shit.
Word.
Then the third one, I called it 103 Shit. That was like 3 quick ones, like 3 quick industry joints.
Yeah.
And so with this one, I really like sat down and just like listened to what I had. Cause I remember this one right here, it was like, hey yo, Brizzle, we need another snap session. So like that's been like playing in my head for like some months. And it's like the joints I'm sitting on now is like, yo, this is some snapping ass shit.
Some fire.
Yeah, it is. And that's why I tried, like, while he was going through that, like, little break, I was basically making my best effort to, like, yo, okay, cool, you're on a break, but you're going to hop on a bunch of my shit, so it's like you're still being heard. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
so,
it's like this. It's like even when I ain't doing nothing for myself, I'm always doing something for him.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like
I ain't going to let you just be quiet out here. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like even when I'm not working, I'm working. So.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's really putting your homies on, I feel.
For
you
sure,
know?
yeah. So I'm glad too that like now he's finally ready to get back to it, and you know I'm gonna back it 1,000%. Him, Tina, both of them are like coming full force this year with like great projects. So
Hell
I've been like been able to sit back and like hear all this stuff behind the scenes, and I'm super excited to hear what they bring to the table.
It's one you ain't hit yet.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, he's been working with Face Ghost like even on the weekends where I'm like, yeah, I'm off this weekend. He's down there working. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So I'm
Always
looking
working.
forward to it. Yeah, man.
That's sick. And have you guys ever performed together?
Like
live?
all the time.
All the damn time.
All the time. This is like my go-to guy, especially for like when I need like, you know, rappers always need like a really good hype man who knows their shit and just kind of knows their movements. This is my guy.
Let me tell the story. This is we in Orlando. This was he was opening up for Wale.
Word.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the venue, but this is around the time I had fractured my left foot.
Oh.
So imagine me, big black dude on stage with a boot on my left foot, and I'm just jamming. I'm just rocking like ain't nothing happened.
Yeah.
That's pretty hilarious, but you're still bringing the energy. You're like,
It's still like, yeah, my foot fucked up, but I'm still rocking.
Yeah,
That's
I've been
what's
up
up.
and down the road with him, from touring with Currency to, like you said, the Wale joint. Were you there for Curry? Nah, I don't think he was there for Curry.
Nah, I wasn't there for Curry.
When I jumped off the stage and fucked my knee up, that was, that was terrible. But yeah, we've been like West Coast, Chicago, tons of places together.
Damn,
So yeah, this
that's
is
cool.
like my guy. We've been through some shit.
nice.
Shit, we actually did a little performance at the what was that? Washington Monument.
Oh yeah, we wrapped at the Washington Monument. Damn, yeah.
That's fucking cool.
That's crazy, yeah.
How does that even happen?
Randomly.
Random.
Yeah.
Just like the universe was like, yo, we got a
Like,
monument.
we had a camera, we had a
shit.
speaker.
Yeah,
Oh shit. Okay.
Shit, we did go to we performed in New York a bunch of times. Just my guy, right? It's like my
Yeah.
brother, man. We've been through this rap shit together for real.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. And when it comes to live performances, do you see yourself doing some more in the future?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Facts.
I'm actually booked for LA. I'll be back in LA April. I want to say April 1st or 2nd. I gotta double check the calendar. Whatever day is the Friday. I don't know. I gotta look at the text.
Yeah.
But April 1st or 2nd, I'm in LA. So I'm doing that. New Hampshire, I'm doing in May, which I've never been. Never thought I'd ever go to New Hampshire.
Right, New
but-
Hampshire is that's a random spot.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm booked in New Hampshire in May. I'm definitely gonna do some more shit locally, of course. But shit, while I'm here, these venues gotta relax with the pricings down here.
Tell me,
this is
bro.
why I'm not doing shows down here right now at the moment. But I am gonna do something with my brothers who are coming down from Chicago in May, in Miami and Palm Beach. But yeah, some of my spots that usually rock with me, like, I don't know, the pandemic, they're changing ownerships or inflation, whatever these people are using as their excuse, but they're outpricing the local scene. And it's like, I do these shows to help out the local scene, basically, because like I get booked like elsewhere, so
Right.
it's like I don't necessarily need to throw a show down here, but it's more so because I love like just having the scene really come together. Like, I feel like I curate shows very well. But yeah, man, the pricing has been like insane. Some of these people, so y'all got to get it together. Don't let the scene die out because you're looking at dollar signs. Like, I understand it's a business, and I've been throwing shows for like since 2012 or 2011, 2010.
Shit.
For a long fucking time. Before I
Long
could drink,
time.
I was throwing shows. So it's like,
Word.
it's not the business end is not the issue, but I can see there's clear like inflation on the pricing. It's like, you can't do that. Like,
Damn.
it's got to make sense for me to be willing to throw a show.
Right.
So
The
if
charge
you're
an arm and a
wondering why
leg.
you haven't seen me locally in Broward, throw a show in the last few months. That's why it's like we got to step it up. Venues.
The venues
Holla at
tripping,
me
man.
if you're a venue owner. I'll make it worth your while, but you just got to work with me.
Yeah, true that.
You feel me?
And when you come to the negotiation table with these these venues,
Mhm.
are they just wanting them? Are they wanting you to just pay like an upfront price to rent out the venue?
Well, it just depends because I've had amazing deals. I mean, sometimes, yeah, you do put up a certain amount and you get the venue rented out. Sometimes they'll work with you as far as like, I kind of have a track record where I've done a ton of shows. So sometimes they'll understand like, look, this is guaranteed to be, a good show. You're going to make your money at the bar. You can get a little percentage of the door if you need to or whatever, and then we'll work from there. Sometimes you got to pay. It just depends. It depends on each venue has their different parameters because they got different bills.
True that.
But sometimes they just want to hit you over the head with something that's like, dog, that's unreasonable. You feel me? Like I ain't coming through with Ross or somebody who's like platinum already, so you got to work with me, fam. Like,
yeah,
I'm doing this to keep the scene alive. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
hopefully it changes though. Usually I go through these little lull periods and then something opens up. And sometimes it's me. Like, it actually started off with me. At first I was like, I'm cool. Like, I had such a tough time throwing these shows. Not a tough time, but it's exhausting. When I throw shows, because I really want them to be good, I give my all to the shows. Like, as far as like organizing it, dealing with the artists and all that. So my guys from Chicago came down for Art Basel. I threw a show in Miami, Broward, and Palm Beach that weekend in successive days. All the shows turned out fantastic. It was great. Took a lot out of me though. So at that point, and that was in December. So at that point, I was like, I'm taking a month off. So I was like, I ain't throwing nothing in January. Everybody was like, well, when you throwing the next show? I don't know. Don't care. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I need to chill. Like, I want to, because I don't enjoy throwing shows. I do them very, very well, but I don't enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of work.
It's stressful.
So, yeah, I kind of took the sabbatical, but then I'm like, all right, now it's time. It's like, all right, it's February. Let's get to work. And all these venues are like hitting me with like the price of the brick has gone up. Like, yo, y'all gotta relax.
Yesterday's price ain't today's
Yeah,
price.
I'm like, that was just like 60 days ago. What's going on? I just threw shows with y'all motherfuckers in December. Like, y'all gotta relax.
I know.
So
man.
you know what? The closest date y'all see me locally, other than May with my homies that are coming down from Chicago, because they're footing the bill on that. So I'm just like gonna show up and be an artist that day. But other than that, I'll probably throw something in Orlando because Orlando's still fucking with the kid. So
Yeah.
I'll be in Orlando, but Broward, y'all gotta relax. Miami, relax. Y'all owners
hot.
gotta, you know what I mean?
Too
Palm
hot,
Beach,
bro.
you gotta
Work with
relax.
the kid,
Yeah,
man.
a lot of relax. Y'all need like a lot of relaxing. You hear me?
Relax,
Like,
So maybe Orlando, I fuck with them. I'll be back.
that's good to hear, man.
Yeah.
I really liked Orlando's music scene in the sense that
Oh,
it
yeah.
feels.
They're hungry.
Yeah, they're hungry. It feels like a lot of. It's almost like a small town. It feels, even though it's
Yeah.
fucking big. You know,
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
got that
'cause
small town
they
feel.
remind me of old Broward. Like, me and him were just talking about that on the way here, about like seeing how everything for the scene of Broward County, like the rap scene, has like changed. We saw it go from COA and
L's Up Entertainment, Deep Side
Deep Side,
Entertainment.
you know what I'm saying?
Then
to
with
what it
Ace
is
Hood
now.
being signed to Khaled.
Yeah. So it's like with Orlando, I feel like they're still kind of in those early stages. Yeah, they had Glock 9 and a couple artists, but it's still very like with it, it's self-contained.
Yeah.
That's the word, self-contained. Whereas
Yeah.
Broward is kind of like, it's known now. Like, we got Kodak Black, so like everybody knows Broward. You know what I'm saying? But like Orlando, it's still kind of like self-contained, and they're kind of still figuring out who they are. So I like going out there and doing shows because it's cool to see like all the different types of artists that are out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of variety in Orlando.
Yeah. That's how I met Tina. I met her in Orlando, even though she's not from there, but she was going to school up there, and I ended up linking with her because she just happened to be somebody who jumped on one of my shows up there. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I remember her telling me that story.
yeah,
You know? Yeah. That's incredible, man. So do you feel like you got well, what's next actually? Tell me. Like, what
What's
you
next?
just released this project, so what do you feel like is next?
All right, so basically, I've been in this. Maybe I shouldn't announce this publicly because I don't know if I can keep up. But basically, I've in this challenge with my guys from Memphis. Shout out to my dogs, Ace Picasso, and I forget his homie's name, so pardon me on that. But Ace Picasso and some of his guys from Memphis, basically, threw down a gauntlet and were like, we're dropping a mixtape every month. or like a project every month. And 2020, I kind of already did that. I dropped 11 projects in 2020.
Wow.
So I was like, bet I can do that, I think, in my sleep because I record a lot. So, I mean, it is February, so this is only month 2, but I'm 2 tapes down. I did Beat Me If You Can in January. I just did Your Girlfriend's Secret Playlist Part 4. So my goal is to possibly drop a tape every month. This year, I don't think I can get it done, but, I'm just going to try anyway.
Wait, hold on. Would the joint tape count?
Yeah, that's going to count. And then so is Rhymes in the Key of Life Part 2. That's a Bandcamp exclusive right now. But I'm going to give that to the streamers next month. So I'm announcing that here. So next month, Rhymes in the Key of Life Part 2 will be up on Spotify and all that stuff. You'll be able to listen to it. Because right now you can go and listen to it, but you got to pay me.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right, so if you want to listen to it early, you got to pay me. But other than that, next month I'll put that out. And then I guess April we'll drop Head Coaches together. Yeah. See, so I'm planning it smart because that'll let me like vibe because Head Coaches are already recorded. My that tape's already like done, so I get to kind of chill for the next 2 months.
First quarter's ready.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm kind of chilling, but I'm still gonna have releases like every month, so I won't have to release something with new material until June, probably.
You got some time.
April, May, March, April. I just took care of March, Aprel, so maybe May, and by May, May's already almost done because that's gonna be a thing with just. Face Ghost beats. It's just me and Face Ghost. So
you're almost halfway there.
All right, so
you're basically
We'll see if this actually works out. I don't know. I'm just doing it for fun at this point, so we'll see.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, man.
I'm just trying to feed the people, man.
Yeah, keep producing content.
Yeah, that's the goal. But other than that, music videos. My goal is to shoot a lot of music videos. I just did a show in Vegas last month. Was it last month or was it a few weeks ago? Oh shit! It was this month. It was in February 4th.
Yeah, because that was the one I couldn't make.
My bad, bro. It's hard to keep up. So, look, February 4th, I did a show in Vegas, and while we were in Vegas, I shot a music video with my guy, Hayward. He shoots a lot of my videos. It's always either him or Ashton Jazz that shoot my videos. So when I'm out of town, he shoots them. And I shot that in Vegas. It's for the song on Beat Me If You Can called Lost in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, it's Lost in Las Vegas / New Japan.
Word.
So it's like one of those 2-in-1 videos. So I shot that in Vegas, so that'll be coming out soon. I want to shoot some more shit. So my goal is to just shoot a lot of videos this year, man, as much as possible. Because I know, like, the kids want to see you. They want to TikTok to your shit and all that. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and that's a goal of mine right now. So once you got that, you can clip it up, cut it.
Yeah,
you just got visual content, and people love that.
Because that's the thing. Like, before I was just... it's just work doing videos because that's just, recording is my thing. Clearly is doing all the time. As much as I release, recording is my thing. But like being on camera was never like my thing. So I'm just working on being that more so now. It's like just showing up on camera and rapping.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, where can the people find you if they're trying to follow your handles, your Instagrams? Like, where can the people find you?
All right, so all my handles can be found. Literally, just look up at Ivan L. Rhymeswell. That's my Twitter. That's my IG. Even if you still use Facebook, it'll be facebook.com / Ivan L. Rhymeswell. Trying to think what else. You don't need my Tumblr. That's just for me.
Trying to stay anonymous on that.
That's just for me to use.
Yeah.
SoundCloud, it's Ivan L. Rhymeswell. And then if you want to shop with me, if you want to pick up some merch, please go on brolife.net. We have all sorts of stuff. We even got baby clothes. If you got kids, you can get baby clothes
I got to do the tag. Right? Brolife.net, you funky bitch.
All right. Go on brolife.net. I got shirts, I got sweaters, we got it all. And I also shout out to these hats right here that all this stuff is designed by me. I design all the clothing as well, so the logos are all me.
Sexy
and,
hat.
We got those. You can DM us for that. So if you want a hat, you got to DM me, and I'll personally mail that out to you, and I'll include stickers. I'll include a physical copy of one of my albums, and whatever else. If there's some other stuff you need, if you want a specific album, just get at me, and I'll make that work. Because I'm, really into physical products still. So I'll make sure
they work. They work, man. No matter what people say. Physical products, something you hold.
I feel like it's still important, man. Exactly, like what you just said. Something to hold. Like holding shit is still important. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? As an artist, because that's how you stick with the person longer. you
Yeah.
know?
True that. And where can the people find you, Brizzle?
You can find me everywhere at Brizzle Warrell. That's BRIZZLEWORRELL. And I also got some Brizzle Warrell merch on brolife.net too.
Absolutely.
I actually would have wore like one of my sweatshirts, but that shit started fading, so I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do it.
I'm not wearing. Sadly enough, I'm not wearing any brolife.net merch today. Usually, I really am. Lately, I've been decked out in like Dead Rapper Society stuff, which can be found on brolife.net. Today, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not even a hat. So I fucked up on that regard. But I mean, I'm usually rocking it all the time. You see it on the IG. So if you like it, cop it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much wherever you find
long
him,
way.
you'll find me at.
I love
Sure.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you see me, you're gonna see him.
All
For sure.
right. All right. Well, you guys heard it here first, you know. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been an incredible conversation.
Absolutely.
So, any final remarks you guys want to make for the people out there?
I just want to thank you guys for having me, and Brizzle having us again.
Yeah, for real.
So we need more platforms like this, for real. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's great for me to be able to speak in a different way to my fan base other than just through music, which,
Yeah.
you know, music is important, but it's cool to, like, be able to, like, talk to, the listeners.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. That's really like what encompasses the podcast. you
Yeah,
know?
man, it's
So,
important. We need this. you know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah. Hell yeah. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. This is the Florida Vibe Directory. If you guys like what you saw, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.